All right, today's Monday, February 9th. No red calendar day today, so. But I do like where we are in the daily. Run up is bullish or the block. After 5 can run on the daily in the deep discount. Um, so we could be bullish today, though we went up to OTE last night of this range here from here to here, and into this fair value gap. Bearish or the black one can say right here. Came back down in this fair value gap, and that's where we're kind of coasting right now. So we see what we get in the next 30 minutes. Um, so yeah, that's that. Just present new week opening gap, new day opening gap. Though I would rather go with this new week opening gap than this new day opening gap. This new day opening gap is it's from the fourth, so so you have a kind of model 2022 right here, market structure shift, you know, inverse. This here is 30 points, but I do believe we can go higher. So 15-minute candle rundown. Yeah, that's what that is. See what we get with this little candle right here. Run out to this new week opening gap. Then we do have this inverse right here that we're running up into. Let's see how much we got. Let's go with two. Alright, so which one of these are working? I think both of these are working actually. Look at that some other time. I don't know why this is on a 30 minute, but alright, here we go. Potential breakaway gap forming. See what happens if we take these sides out up here. Again, this fair value gap right here is a 4-hour fair value gap, so this is where setups usually take place at. So we do have this little fair value gap right here at the low of this, the weak opening gap. We haven't taken these highs out yet. So 1.5 lines up with yesterday's high in whatchamacallit. Sunday. Yes, take out those highs here. Interesting. Right into that little fair value gap right there. I think this is one. No, it's not 170 deviation, but so we could take this trade here with the idea that we get out right here if that low gets taken. I like how close it is. Man, I would like to go for these highs from. So an hourly, this is a fair value gap on hourly. It's basically our new week opening gap. So let's see if we can close above that in these next 13 minutes. And I like to swing low on the 4 hours, so expect the next candle to be expansion up after we come out of this retracement to this fair value gap here. After hitting OT, external, rather internal than internal, and move up higher. So let's see what we get with this. So I'm not sure why the stop loss isn't working. So we might be coming to this 5 minute fair value gap, given that we are in this macro. So if that happens, our stop loss gets hit. But let's say that we had our stop loss down here. Hypothetically speaking. And then we have a fair value gap here forming on the 1. So that's a lot for this minute to close. Maybe get an inverse right here. Either inverse, so we run up, touch this, and we continue down lower into this range right here. Just out of curiosity. OT is down here. It's a 4-hour fair value gap. Daily order block. So looks like that's going to be the case because we weren't able to inverse this here. So we got a 4 candle run into a 5 minute fair value gap, new day opening gap from the past, respecting the new week opening gap. At least the bodies are on the 5 minute. Uh-oh. Okay. Small little fair value gap on the 15. Look where we close it on this 15. Right, so there's that. Let's try to get up above this here on the 1. Let's try to get this to be inversed here on the 1. I know I got a lot of colors over here, but I like my colors. Yeah, I'll take them off though. Spit out the indicators. This is it right here. So just bouncing in between this range here. Higher time frame. I like to keep this up here, and I'll just move this one down here. I mean, obviously, I don't want us to go down here with this position I'm in, but so what you got to do when you want to practice new habits, you do it regardless. Be objective. So we are in a new 4 hour. Let's see this just run up. Run up, because technically we had our market structure shift here. Run up, came down, retrace. We didn't go into discount, that's the only thing. And then, run up higher. That's what I like to see. Hourly, this is a expansion leg on the hourly. We weren't able to inverse this fair value gap here on the hourly. This is a weak opening gap. We wanted to close above here. That would have been ideal. 15, we had that breakaway gap. So let's keep eye on this. Alright, so I hit all my drawings, I guess. We got everything. Looks better. Except for my draws and liquidity, which I do want to keep up here. Alright, so it look like we're going to inverse that, so that's good. This bullish shorter block right here will be a good one to project up higher. And this runs up into this breakaway gap, 1 standard deviation. As well as this high up here from Sunday. These are kind of like relative equal highs up here, somewhat. Yeah, so I definitely think we could get a draw here. Heating up here would be a good idea to scale some out. We do have this one is like kind of like a low-hanging fruit objective. So let's go take this off here. This is 15. 15 still looking bullish on a 15. We are technically within this range here. Took out your own liquidity here, so external range liquidity will be right here. Maybe you could get a drop back down here at the top of this new week opening gap, bullish shorter block, and continue moving up higher. See if we get a 5 kind of run up, take that out, come back down here. I'll put my stop loss right here. See if we get a fair value gap here on the 5. So we got 8 more minutes for that to transform or to come into fruition. So we'll keep a look on that. 15, so looking good. I want to take this off. This is a 4 hour fair value gap. I think it proved itself. This 5 minute fair value gap proved itself. Now we're coming up for this strong liquidity here. And this is a 4 hour fair value gap from last week, Friday. This 1.5 gave me an idea as to where we can get our first retracement. On the 5 minute with this breakaway gap, but given that we tested and validates that. So yeah, looks like we're gonna touch this one here first, so I'll just take that off. So we hit our 50-point objective. If we were to move this up a little higher, this stop loss be right below this bear short of black right here. But I do believe we can bull short of black. I do believe we get the 5 can run up, come back down into OT. It's out here and continue moving up. Or at the very least, it's an inverse fair value gap here on the one. So let's see how we respond. All right, so we're out of that macro. So notice how that macro session became right into this area right here. So that's why I said, hypothetically speaking, I moved my stop loss lower because I knew we were kind of high up there. It exceeded our, it took us out right here, but not by much. So if we took a look at this, the low from, let's go here to here, 17 points. 5 en béisbol. Fresa. Batón. Bate. Vaca. Abeja. Ratón. Banana. Helados. Cuno. Coriona. Púrpuro. Oh, nigga. Like proper me. Café. Marrón. Púrpura. Azul. Verde. Amarillo. Roja. Roja. Naranja. I'm doing shapes now. I don't know what this is. This is square, rectangular, rectangular, rectangle. I don't know what this is. Ovalo, triangular, triangular. What is it? Six globos, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10, niño, o derecha, izquierda, arriba, bajo, saltar o perito, hueso, pájaro, we call them huevos, nido. Oh yeah, and that's a good one. Zanahoria, conejo, luna, flor. Alright, so let's see what we get with this here. I think if we take this out, I'll move my stop loss here. You know, technically this is an accumulation, manipulation, distribution on a lower time frame. You know, we took out this low here, and then we inverse this here to run up. So, and then we had this external, took that out, internal, run up higher. And then we do have this, try to touch it, but we didn't quite get there. Alright, so we coming into a new 15. The hourly looks like this. This new hourly, run up, boom, take these out, run up, run up, run up. So, and I do believe we can even go up higher, all the way up to this new week opening gap, new day opening gap right here. At least moving inside of this fair value gap here on the 4 hour, even this high up here, 25,500. You know, I believe that's where we can go. And then we do have this breakaway gap here on the 4. And that takes us way back up there. So we are in that retracement range, which we already retraced. So I believe we're going to move up higher. Círculo, square, cuadrado, piña, diamante. My goodness. Alright, see what we get here. If we run up and hit this low here, that's cool with me. Where does I put this over here? Like how we just placed above that here. Our little 2,000 bucks will be right here. You know, this bullshit block will hold. Do believe we can move up higher. Should probably keep it back down lower where it was at before, but like right here would be realistically a good place to put it. Say you got in down here like you were supposed to, and yeah, you put your stop loss right here. So had we got in down here like we were supposed to, right now we'd have been up about 5. About 5. But I chose to get it on this bullshit of black right here. Just fine. You just have a higher range of well, a larger stop loss range because it would have to be down here. So, all right, let's see if we get this 5 candle run in since you're on liquidity. Then a retracement back down here. Boom, hit my stop loss. Let's make this a little bit larger. Do have a volume imbalance, a suspension block, as ICT would call it. See what we get with this. All right, quit ICT. You get halfway to your destination, move your stop loss up halfway. Realistically, I'll put it there. Let's cover that drawdown. But not drawdown, but that I guess you could say this covers the drawdown because we technically got stopped out down there. But yeah, we hit our goal for the day. Inverse fair value gap, that's fine. Right before we took this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the 5 candle run. Let's see if we get a wick right here. Maybe an immediate rebalance right here on this 5, right above where my stop loss is. Strategically placed. See what we get with this. I create some new accounts, but I lock myself out, so I'm not even able to take these trades. Alright, so that inversed. Let's see what we get with this 1. Maybe this will be a fair value gap that we can inverse as well. And this one here will become support, so let's see. And then that'll be us moving into another 5, so this would get our technically our 5 candle run right here. So alright, so now I don't think it's gonna work because we just ran into this inverse right here. That's my prediction. If it hits, it hits. I'm cool with that. Bid y'all a good day. Let's see if this speed rebalance has anything to offer. Alright, so that's it. We're out. One of the things I don't like about this is so that was at 3. I don't know why like trading view so like slow. Whatever. Alright, that's it for me today. Good day. Peace.